Yo, serious discussion. Favorite podcaster all the time. Here to discuss something that's really deep. Sex. Sex, sex, sex is sex, sex is sex. Hey, listen, man. Motherfuckers are addicted to sex in the Western culture. Like, this shit is insane. I scroll through Twitter. I look through social media. And everything is so fucking sex crazed. Everything. Everything you ever go upon is sex. And it's like, Jesus Christ. Like, bro, it's just an act. See, there's a famous quote. If anybody's ever watched Berserk, where Guts is talking to Casca, and they said, like, you're the 100-man slayer. And Guts goes on this profoundly deep message where he says, whether I slay one man or 100 men, it merely is just an act. It has no meaning. And that's a lot of you guys when it comes to sex. Whether it's one girl or 100 girls, your sex is purposeless. It's just an activity. Like, you don't even know why you're doing it. That's because you're a pussy fiend. You're like a crackhead. And when most of you guys don't want to admit to it, is that most of you guys don't like women. You guys just like the hole that women have. And that's the crazy part about it. Because, like, as a man, I enjoy the actual relationship. I enjoy the game of the relationship. I enjoy how long can we operate together in productive, peaceful manners, and where we have good outcome and have a great life together for however long we might be. Now, I'm planning for the entire future. Most of the time, girls leave me, which I just learned to accept because a lot of you sex fiends require nothing more than her just to open her legs, and you give her everything you can get. And you know what? As a man who has logic, and I can see from one's point of view, I understand why they take that, because it's just easier. But for you guys, you pussy fiend hounds, bro, it's too much. It's too much. Like, every day I just look and motherfuckers tell me how to keep a friends with benefits. Bro, look, how old are you? Why the fuck are you still doing friends with benefits? What are you, 14, 15? Like, these are grown-ass 30-year-old men talking about this. Guys, like, I look at shows like Fresh and Fit. I look at all these different, like, avenues where guys are discussing personal relationships, and everything is just basically rooted in sex. Like, there's no coaching. The days of men being actual men and coaching a chick into, like, learning how to be a better woman, fucking done. Guys just don't want to do the work. And we hear a lot of things about the modern woman this, woman that. But guess what, dude? The guys take the lead, man. Guys are the leads. They get their fucking cues from us. So whatever we put out is whatever they give back. So if all you're doing is trying to give out dick or try to get sex, what do you think they're going to give you back? They're going to give you back sex with no relationship. So what a lot of people don't realize is within their, like, current dynamic of relationships, with all the access to free sex that people have, there has to be a trade-off, because you're not going to get all this access to easy sex and nothing come back at you. And so what the loss is the relationship, like the actual caring of two human beings growing and building together. And like within my line of work, I work with a lot of older couples. I see a lot of people in their 60s, 70s, 80s. And the one thing they always tell me is communication, and just like we enjoy the ride together. We enjoy just being together in each other's company and building something. Like, they appreciate the end game. And too often in our current dynamic, everybody's just worried about the very beginning. How soon can I get sex? And the girl's looking, how soon can I get money out of them or resources? Instead of thinking about, hey, let's see if we bond together. Do we have chemistry? Do we got something like we can work together so we can build into those things later on in life? So then a woman can get way more money on the end life and have a bunch of great memories, as opposed to get this money up front and have just a shitty life at the end. And that's what most people are doing. Same thing with dudes. Guys get all this sex, but then they get to the end of life and there's no relationship. They're lonely. They got nobody wants to be around them because they just been a stinky, filthy old pervert. A goddamn pervert their whole fucking life. And now that they want to fucking clean up their act after they just did all this wreckage to all these young girls, all these girls they lied to, manipulated, broke their hearts. And all the girls be lying too. They be lying too. You just as guilty, women. And because that we have this common, like, issue where we have, like, the polar opposites of what relationships should have been, everybody's got to suffer, especially actual men. Like, if you're a legitimate dude out there, if you care about, like, taking care of your business, if you stand on business and you work hard, you take care of yourself, you get in shape, and you actually want to have, like, a woman in your life that you want to take care of, have some responsibilities and help her grow and develop as a person, mother, wife, bro, impossible. Down there, impossible in today's age. It's like, I feel bad for the younger generation, because at least I had a taste when I was a young man of what it's like to have great relationships. Or like you really had a woman who really was down with you, riding with you, who would go do Uber Eats with you just to be around you because she just likes to see you hustle and see you working. Them days is over, man. Until we hit the jungle. And I think a lot of people, like, and one of the things I think the last death blow was after the pandemic. Because I saw during the pandemic, a lot of women were fearful. See, women are very opportunistic in that way. Most chicks won't actually get into relationships until they feel like the real fear of what it's like to be alone. Like, see, a lot of women are scared, but very few women actually ever experience fear until it's too late. And see, the pandemic was a nice little shock to the system. Like, because like, holy shit, we're in a pandemic. Now, any man with a rational mind is going to sit back and look like, dog, this ain't that serious, bro. What are we talking about? Like, I laughed the whole pandemic. I was like, I can't believe people were actually, like, scared, walking around with masks on, worried about the future. Brother, I'm looking like, how can I get stronger? I got a bunch of free time off. Man, this is the best. But see, women were very terrified of this and scared. And see, that's what's going to happen. It's not going to be till our civilization fucking almost collapses. Until then, women are going to realize, holy fuck, I need to get a man. I need to be obey, and I need to actually listen, because if not, I'm going to be out there in the wild, and guys are just going to snatch me. And that's going to be the real, and we might see that. And that's what you see in like third world countries, second world countries, where there's legitimate danger and threats. Women tend to have better relationships. Who would have guessed? But in America, it's just like a lot. The big problem is guys are just addicted to the pussy, man. Like it's just almost a shameful to the degrees that men go to like satisfy their hedonistic needs. And the more I look at it and observe, I'm just like, Jesus Christ, like, dude, I don't know if you can help these guys. Some of these guys need to be put down like dogs. Because the more I look at it, it's like they keep playing these weird games where it's like you're not being serious about which way or the other. So either let the girl know, and I'm looking at you for a long-term potential mate, or this is just one night. Like this idea, like it's like man was never meant to have sexual relations routinely with a woman that's not his wife. Unless she was a sex worker. But then that's a sex worker. She's doing a job. She's doing a service. But the idea of people just having sex but not being in a committed long-term situation or relationship that's meant to produce something, that never existed in mankind. Like, this is fairly new. For the grand majority of humans' life, you either had sex with your wives, or you went out and had like a little mistress or escort or something like that. That was a service worker. In today's age, we got this loosey-goosey world of like friends with benefits, boyfriends and girlfriends, just strange shit that I don't even understand what we're doing around here. And it's like the days of decorum, where like if you're a man, if you wanted to go out there and get some side, you went on a business trip. Guys back in the day, they cheated, but they had decorum. A man would only go sleep with somebody outside of his hometown or outside wherever he did business. He wasn't sleeping with all chicks around his local area. That's a terrible idea as a man. Terrible. You don't shit where you sleep. So that's why like the business trips, guys would go on the trips, take a train, give a fake name, fake hotel, so it would never come back to their other significant other, or she can't come back and get them. But these guys nowadays, just bro, they hitting on girls at their job. They hitting on girls in their school. They hitting at girls in their neighborhood. Like it's insane, and with no intentions of marrying, I just be looking like, bro, if you frequently go to this spot and you're sleeping with a chick at this spot, and you guys don't get married and it goes bad, somebody gotta go. You both can't just be in the same area after having that type of relationship and then not be around. And it doesn't work because somebody's going to get jealous and catch feelings. Either she's going to catch feelings about you, or you're going to catch feelings about her, and somebody's going to try to fuck up somebody's life. Like the whole friends with benefit thing it's an oxymoron. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? We're just having sex to fill a need. What kind of sad shit is that? So both of you guys have sexual frustration. So instead of like actually be like, hey, maybe we should be a relationship, or maybe I should just figure out my own life and get my shit in order so I don't think I need sex, or just beat your meat like a regular ass human being. I'm going to go have sex with this poor girl and trick her into it and then kind of give her the illusion of maybe a possible relationship. Because that's really what all it is. It's all a possible illusion. Because she's thinking, maybe I can fuck myself into a relationship, and he's thinking, I'm just going to get the pussy and I'm going to skate. And that's what most guys do, is the dine and dash. And we got to stop that shit, man. We really do. Because it's killing us as a society. It's killing us as people. And it's killing love. Love is dead, man. Love is dying. A slow fucking death. And everybody's just happy about it because they get free sex. Until they hit 40, 50 years old and they realize, oh my God, I wasted all my life and now I got a 25 sexual transmitted disease. And now I gotta get a shot in my ass once a month to keep my fucking dick from pissing pus. But anyway, I just want to say, man, lay off the pussy, guys. Like, it's too much, man. Calm yourselves.